Okay guys, one last thing we need to go over on the assembly of the Bowcaster. We've done the front, mounting the bow, the sight mechanism, and the two knobs here. Next, and the last thing you're going to be doing is putting the scopes together. Now, the 420 kits, they're on my site. There's already build videos on how to assemble those. Those are not real hard. And the replica single point scope, okay? Now, a couple of things. I just wanted to show you how this thing goes together because it's hard to see it in the pictures. And I've enhanced a few of them from the screenshots, and thank God a lot of you guys out there have done that for years and sent them to me. Thanks to parts of Star Wars and Marcus, and a lot of these guys out there have really helped to clarify it. One thing that you need to understand, and let's see if you can see it here. Does that show up, John? Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. The single point scope was designed to mount to the, when Mr. Horton did this, the single point was actually designed to mount here, okay? So the scope rings that comes with that scope assembly, they're just gonna clip on these ears right here, okay? You see that? Once you get those on there, now, I did some modifying on the actual scope ring. So if you already have a kit, you're going to need to change the screw out. I changed it to a socket head so I'd have something for these clamps on the 420 scope to have something to grip onto, because on the real prop there's just not good enough of a picture to see how they actually clamped onto the single point scope mount. And I'll show you this in a second, because this is probably one of those things that everybody's got a lot of questions about, because it's not real clear. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one off, and notice too the orientation of the scope clamps. Okay, they're upside down over here. You can see the screws sticking through here, and you see the cheese head, the other side of the cheese head screws are on this side. So make sure when you're doing this, to reverse them on this side, so that, because you can actually see this in the pictures and see that these have the screws facing up. Okay, I'm going to loosen one of these just to show you what's going on here. Okay, and they're on tight too. These are steel. Get smaller. Have the right flat head here. There we go. Okay. One good thing about this is the way it's mounted. Once you get it on there, it's solid. Okay, so what we got here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you've seen that. We use that on a lot of different Star Wars props. Okay, now right here. Now on the real prop, I honestly don't know if maybe they had a little block or they had a shim or whatever, so that these would actually clamp onto the ears of the single point scope mounts. Okay, we just don't know. You just can't see it. But what I did was, in the kit, when you get this, you're going to get these two scope rings. Okay, and I've already prepped them for you with these bigger screw heads. And what that enables you to do is it makes it a little taller so that these actually grip onto it. Okay. And it looks just like it. I can't see any aesthetic problems with it. I don't know if they actually had to do something like that, but they definitely had to put something in there, because these scope clamps won't go small enough to grip onto them. But it works really nicely. And just tighten these bad boys down, and she's on there really good. Okay. Now, if you need help with the builds on the axle scopes themselves, there's, that's on my YouTube channel, the Blaster Factory YouTube channel. So make sure you go there and subscribe, hit the like button, and all that sort of stuff. But if you've got any questions about this, or if you need close-up pictures or anything, you can always send a message through the website or on the Facebook. So there you have it. That's the last part of it. Field Marshal out.